In physics, we often come across linear relationship between two variables and proportional relationship between two variables. Students are usually confused between the two. So in this lesson we will see that when the relationship between two variables will be linear and when it will be proportional. So first we will see linear relationship. A linear relationship is used to describe a straight line relationship between two variables. A linear relationship can be either expressed mathematically by the equation y equal to mx plus c or graphically with the help of a straight line. So mathematically a linear relationship can be expressed as y equal to mx plus c. In this equation, m is the slope of the line. Slope means tan of the angle subtended by the line. Tan theta equal to m. And c is the intercept made by the line with y-axis. Now let's see one physical equation that follows linear relationship between two variables. For example, we all know that v equal to u plus at, or we can also write it as v equal to at plus u. If we compare this equation with y equal to mx plus c, then we can see that the relationship between velocity and time is linear. And if we draw a graph between velocity and time, then we will get a straight line. Now let's see the graph between velocity and time. So this is the graph between velocity and time for the equation v equal to u plus at. In this equation, I have considered here that the direction of initial velocity and acceleration is same, and therefore velocity is keep on increasing with time. Since time can never be negative, so this part of the graph will be absent. And if we'll talk about the slope of this line, that is theta here, then tan theta will be equal to m. What is m here? M here is acceleration. That is, slope of this line will be equal to acceleration of the moving body. Now let's see one more example to make linear relationship more clear. In photoelectric effect, we know that when a photon strikes a metallic surface having energy greater than the work function of the metallic surface, then the energy of photon is absorbed by the surface electron and the electrons ejected from the surface with some kinetic energy. So when the photon will strike, electrons will emit with some kinetic energy. Let the kinetic energy is k. So if we will apply the energy conservation, then we can see that initial energy, that is energy of photon, is equal to work function of the surface plus kinetic energy of the ejected electron, or k equal to E minus phi naught. And now substitute the value of E, which is equal to h into f. H is Planck's constant, f is the frequency of the radiation of the photon, minus phi naught. So we can see that this particular equation is the form of y equal to mx plus c, and therefore this relation is a linear relationship. And if we'll draw a graph between energy of photon and frequency, then we will get a straight line. Let's see the graph between energy and frequency. So here we can see that the graph between energy of photon and frequency is a linear graph, and in this case intercept is negative because we are getting here minus phi naught. That is, the equation is the form of y equal to mx plus c, mx minus c, and therefore the graph will lie below the origin. So this is all about linear relationship. So now discuss about proportional relationship between two variables. So variable y is proportional to variable x, then the way of writing is y is proportional to x. And we know that when the proportionality sign is removed, then a constant comes into play. Let us suppose the constant is k into x. This constant k is called constant of proportionality, or y by x is equal to k. So two variables y and x will be proportional to each other if the ratio between them is a constant. It means that if we will change the y by certain factor, then x will change by the same factor, such that the ratio will not change. And so on. So the mathematical form of any proportional relationship is y equal to kx or y by x equal to a constant. And graphically, if we want to see the proportional relationship between two variables, then if we will compare y equal to kx with y equal to mx, then it means that y equal to kx is a straight line passing through the origin. If we compare y equal to kx with y equal to mx, it means that k, that is constant of proportionality, is equal to m. And what is m? M is the slope of the line. It means that k will give, that is constant of proportionality, will give us the slope of the line. Now let's see some physical equation that follows proportional relationship between them. We all know that from Newton's second law, force equal to mass into acceleration. In this equation, mass of the system is not changing with time, that is mass is constant. It means that F is proportional to acceleration. It means that the relationship between force and acceleration is proportional. And if we will draw a graph between force and acceleration, then it will be a straight line passing through the origin. And if we will talk about the slope of this line, then tan theta will be equal to mass of the body. Now let's see one more example. We know that momentum equal to mass of the system multiplied by its velocity. If the mass of the system is not changing with time, it means that momentum is proportional to v, or the relationship between momentum and velocity is proportional. And if we will draw a graph between momentum and velocity, then it will be a straight line passing through the origin. And if we talk about the slope of this line, that is tan theta, then it will be equal to mass of the body. Now let's see one more example. In circular motion, we know that velocity of a rotating particle is equal to its radius multiplied by omega. If the radius of the particle is constant, it means that v is proportional to omega, or the relationship between velocity and omega is proportional. And if we will draw a graph between velocity and omega, then it will be a straight line passing through the origin. And if we will talk about the slope of this line, then it will be equal to the radius of the circle in which the particle is rotating. Now let's see one more example. Up to proportional limit, we know that stress is proportional to strain, or stress equal to Young's modulus of the body into strain. This formula is applicable up to proportional limit or up to proportional limit stress is proportional to strain. It means that the relationship between stress and strain is proportional, and if we will draw a graph between stress and strain, then it will be a straight line up to proportional limit. And if we talk about the slope of this line, then it will be equal to Young's modulus of the. Now let us summarize the today's lesson. So if we talk about line 1, 2 and 3, then in linear relationship we learn that a linear relationship is used to describe a straight line relationship between two variables. It means that all the three lines will show linear relationship between two variables. And in proportional relationship we learn that the line will pass through the origin. It means that line 2 is linear as well as proportional. But if we talk about line 1 and line 3, then they are only linear, they are not proportional. So line 1 is linear but not proportional, because line 1 is not passing through the origin, and same as line 3. Line 3 is linear but not proportional. So what we learn? A proportional relationship is a special case of linear relationship, or a proportional relationship is a linear relationship that passes through the origin. Thank you.